name's Doug Davis. I'm Mayor of the Village of Trimble, and I guess we're here with Bob Eichenberg to try to figure out maybe a possible grant for a bike path or walk path from Trimble, Glouster, and Jacksonville.
We won't be using the railroad. That's a route.
We like the railroad. One of the goals of this is to try to connect the three village parks. And the challenge is there's not one clear route. And there are some easier portions and some harder portions. And the more difficult places tend to be closer to residences, old platted right-of-way that people really aren't aware that's even there. There are also some floodplain issues that we have to work through, because oftentimes the clearest path is where the people are not, but that means it's down by the creek, and so that's
right.
a floodplain issue. So, you know, and that's why we're going to talk about some money for preliminary engineering to help figure some of those problems out.
An elementary school is on the south end, or the...
Yeah, the elementary school is on the south end. The high school's on the north end, with the high school football field adjacent to the Glouster Park. And so it makes the high school and the football stadium all walkable then, you know, with this path idea. And the three villages have always, you know, operated independently, but they're so close together. In some ways, it's almost like one big village, even though there are three. So it makes it a little easier because a lot of families that live up here, you know, are in all three villages, and so it really makes sense to connect them with this.
Yeah, you're talking probably a 2-mile area, which, you know, just to give you a little example, here not too long ago we started repairing and cleaning some of the sidewalks in the village that was maybe lost before, and you would be surprised how many people was, you know, just walking through here. But the worst trouble is, and years ago there used to be a walkway until the state paved that road. They took it out. But there would be a lot of people walk from Glouster to Trimble or vice versa, you know. And which, you know, right now with the areas that we got marked, I think, you know, would be a good, and there would be, I think there would be a lot of use to it. Because if you go up there to Glouster, right at the school area, they got a walking track.
For the school?
And a lot of people said, well, I would rather get off the track and walk down through town or walk on down. So
right now, you know, the alternatives are you can walk up the railroad tracks, which anybody who's ever walked on a railroad track, that's not the greatest place to be, from chemicals that get sprayed there. It's hot.
And there are trains on it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dangerous for young kids to be playing around there. And it's hard walking, you know, it's just not very, very nice walking. And then Route 13 is a busy road. And so, you know, that's what goes up along here. And so this parallels that, our path idea, but it puts it back on back streets or in areas that, you know, are a little more natural and quieter and safer.
Kind of been talking about this for a while, right?
yeah, I'd say it's probably been about 4 years.
But then, because we didn't have any money available, we pretty quickly ran into some problems with all these questions we have about floodplain and who owns what property where, and could we use this right away? And so that's why we need some money to do a preliminary engineering study.
The link up there is kind of critical between Trimble and Glouster, because actually there is a sidewalk, an existing sidewalk now, which we've tried to work on. And a lot of people use it, but the worst part you get into is when you get in by the substation in Trimble to go to Glouster. You're walking almost all day. The ODOT took out the sidewalk and paved over, and all there is a white line. Well, you know, it's not quite the same as if you got a curbed sidewalk running all the way up there, because, you know, like I say, I remember when, before they done that, before ODOT took that out, there used to be a lot of people even walk down through there then.
Did you say football players are running
Yeah,
that route?
we have a lot of them now. They're coming now because I talked to them last year, and it used to bother me because I used to see the girls and a lot of them, they run down through there, but right along the edge of the highway, so a lot of them are going the back route from the high school, what we is Kennedy Road over there, and then they come back out around. And some of them will still go to the part that I'm talking about up there by the substation. Since we cleared it, you can, I see a lot of them run back in there until they get onto the sidewalk and Trimble.
Great.
Yeah, some of the village streets may have to be utilized with anything from just signage that this is a bike walking route and shared a road type of concept, but that's being done all over.
Mm-hmm.
But that again too is where the engineer with a little more study might even come up with some different route ideas.
Right.
I mean, what I put on paper here was just a quick glance at what might be possible.
Okay.
Another good point about these pathways is it gets more people out in the community, and then they are eyes and ears watching what goes on in the community. And so, you know, it's good that way, and they might also feel like participating more just in what's going on in the community if they're out there walking.
See, Glouster has that 5K run that they sponsor, well, usually through the Chili Pepper Festival, because they come to me. I also think
so that would be another use then. The 5K run could be on part of this.
Right.
Okay, I'm standing in the Glouster Municipal Park. This would be the north side destination of the proposed walking path. Just beyond, if you can see beyond the truck, this white building, and there are some large posts, lights on the other side. This is part of the football field, and the football field is actually behind the high school. There's a little walking bridge where you can cross the football through the football field. So this could be a walking route for high schoolers on the north side here in Glouster, Jacksonville, Trimble. I'm at the entrance to the park, just kind of shooting the camera into the downtown area. The Dairy Queen, kind of opposite the football stadium, and then beyond your vision, your sight here, there are a couple of other small businesses. A turn to the left would take you to the high school and the public library. I'm standing right now at the Trimble Village Park, just south of Glouster. This is another area that would be connected by the walking path. And again, Trimble Village Park is very close to Route 13, which is right here. And as you can see, there's a Kroger grocery store right across the street. Again, that would be accessible with the help of a walking path. Here we are in the Jacksonville Park. The railroad track again. The path would actually begin here. This would be the south side of the path. And you'll notice this weekend is the Old Settlers Reunion, and there'll be lots of fun things happening down in this park in the next 2 days or so. And what a great opportunity if folks from Glouster could come to the Old Settlers Reunion here by way of bike path. And if we look around to the back here, we see a lovely line of trees, but just beyond those trees is the elementary school. So once again, a great connector to schools, connectors between the three communities, very difficult to reach because of the physical environmental barriers that keep people from being able to move easily and safely between the communities.